Brian Miner Gig Log episode 7. The episode's rendering in the studio right now on the computer, but I realized that I forgot a pretty important story about my trip to Wisconsin with the Dirt Road Rockers, and I'm just going to tell you that one really quick. So I'm at the Culver's on the way home, and we had to have a butter burger in Wisconsin. So I'm going to get my pop, got my pop, got my cup, got the ice in it, got my pop, whatever. Go to put a lid on the thing. You know how the lids are all in the tube or whatever, and they're like spring loaded into the deal, right? So I go to try to get one lid, and I pull on it, and it just popped, and the thing pops off, and like 4,000 lids shoot out, and they're all over the floor. Okay, and I'm looking around, and there's a couple people, like my wife standing there, and then there's a mom and like a 5-year-old girl or 4-year-old girl standing there, and the mom goes, she's looking around at all the lids, and she goes, I don't think anybody saw it. And then the little girl looks at me and goes, I saw it. Okay, so Cinco de Mayo, we played The Ridge in Bettendorf. This is a really cool place. I dug it. It was outside, first outside show with this band of spring, and that's what I was excited about, is doing shows like this, outside, smelling the smells, feeling the air, all that stuff. So we played a place called The Ridge. Let me go ahead and put that up here. This is The Ridge. We're doing sound check here. Okay, here we go. I got to put headphones on for this. All right, so that is Jerry Smith, our bass player. What he's doing right there is that thing he has in his hand, that's like a little iPad thing or whatever, and he's running the mix from that. So it's all wireless. He goes out into the audience, and he can run the sound or set the sound right there. So what you're seeing is him setting the mix out front. That's how we do most things. We set up a PA, we set our sound, and we go. That's how it works, and that's our system. Jerry's got everything set up. We can set our own in-ear monitor mixes with them things. Each one of them guys gets one of them pads, and they can set their own mix. So that's what you're seeing there. I thought this was pretty funny because I'm zooming in because when you're doing sound check and you're trying to see if your guitar works and all that stuff, and you're checking the sound, sometimes the people that are just sitting there trying to have a conversation, they're not very impressed. They could care less of what you're doing there. So I think that's what that lady's doing. She's like, really? Right now? I'm right in front of the PA speakers. I'm trying to have a conversation with my friends. So it's never fun to do sound check when there's people there just trying to have a drink and talk to their friends. But anyway, we have to do it. Okay, so right here, I didn't even know that I was coming through the PA. So I had my in-ears in at the time, and I thought that only I could hear myself or whoever else had their ears in. But apparently I was coming through the PA, and I was sitting there just tinkering around with the guitar. People love it when you do that.
Look out, ladies.
Look out, ladies. All right, so here we go. Okay, so we're going to start the show now to basically an unsuspecting crowd. As you can see, nobody there is ready to have a good time yet. It's early in the day. Sometimes it's weird to start the first set. You know, I think we started at, I can't remember if it was like 6 or 7. I don't know. We started early. So here we go. This is how excited people get when we start at 6 o'clock or whatever it is. right here on the edge of the video, right here, there was a couple standing there, and they were getting into it. They were enjoying it. They were getting their cameras out and filming and stuff. So they're not quite on the camera here, but they were enjoying themselves. It looks like the rest of the people are just kind of, all right, let's get a buzz here. My wife's at a table there in the middle, hanging out with the girls, and yeah, the night has just begun. Got some dancers now. Okay, so you see the picture here. Okay, it ended up being packed. All right, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like the gig sucked, because it didn't. The gig was awesome. It ended up being like, that was my view right there. That's Wyatt standing on the drum set taking a picture of the crowd. Ended up being wild. There was a risk of rain all night, so we were worried, right? So that's how the night kind of came down. But here we go. This is what it looked like.
So now it's raining. We gotta tear down fast. People are drunk. We quit like 3 minutes early, maybe? Yeah. So we gotta decide what's the most important shit and get it out of the way. Rock and roll.
So that was Friday night at the Ridge. I had a great time. Although, if you remember, that was the night that Travis was going to unroll his chicken dips thing. Okay. And I had planned on stopping by and getting some chicken tenders from Travis before the show. But for some reason, they were running behind. I guess it takes a lot longer than they thought to prepare chicken tenders. So I waited, and finally I had to take off and go set up and be a part of the band and help out. And I realized that I wasn't going to make it to get the chicken tenders. The only reason I'm saying that is because I was starving. And the only thing there was to eat there at the Ridge was a food truck that was in the lot, and it was Cinco de Mayo, so it was like a Mexican food truck. Okay, they were called Tiny Tacos or Quickie Tacos, Quick Tacos, something like that. Quickie Tacos. And talk about food truck prices, man. They were $6 per taco, and then I had a steak burrito or something. It was $11. So I'm in $17 on a burrito and a taco. I tried to eat the taco quick. The taco was and then I tried to eat the burrito, and it was disgusting. It was horrible. That was my opinion. The taco truck there was not the greatest, man. Bummer, right? I would have rather had on Cinco de Mayo Travis's chicken tenders. Anyway, we didn't get a chance to do that, but overall the night went well. And the rain came right at the right time, which was 3 minutes before we were supposed to stop anyway. All right. As soon as I got done with the show Friday night, we had offers to go drinking and go have dinner, whatever we were going to do with the rest of the band that night. I opted to just head home because I wanted to get some rest. I wanted to be ready for my trip to Madison, Wisconsin the next day, because we had to meet Wyatt in Erie, Illinois, and get in the truck and the trailer and all that stuff and ride up with the band. So we had to be there by 10:30 in the morning the next day. So I got out of there, got some rest so that I could be ready for the next day. And like I say, I haven't even done any gigs for a long time. And then all of a sudden I'm doing one per weekend. And this was the first 2 show weekend where we're doing 2 gigs. Well, I don't know. We did that last week too, but that wasn't the same. That was Rock Falls and Moline. But this one was Bettendorf and then Madison, Wisconsin. So a lot of drive time and a lot of time to bond with Wyatt. I got to ride up with them, and we spent a lot of time in the truck. I'm going to go ahead and present that video now. I'm going to have fun with this one. So this is us heading up to Wisconsin the next day. Here we go. On our way to Madison. So now I know what it's like to be a trucker. Travel around all these trucker gas stations. Doing a little traveling. Oh, there's the Loves over there. I bet Jason Petty is probably real aware of this lifestyle. I don't know what it'd be like to actually be on the road, but I love it. I'm not videoing you. Okay. I'm videoing me. So I had my first employee question me like when I'm filming shit. I was walking around and the lady's like, why is that guy filming me?
Like, I'm not filming you, I'm filming me.
I thought you meant me because I don't know how to get coffee.
Well, nobody does. Nobody knows how to operate these things. Just truckers. All right. So what town is this? They don't even put the name on their water tower, so I can't tell.
Top of this gas station only has one stall, and there's a guy in it. So I'm peeing in the urinal, and Bob's like, "You gonna be in there long?"
Remember it? No, they're in a hurry.
Yeah, they're eastbound now.
Loaded up and trucking. Dee would love it if we played that shit.
That's a good tune.
Yes.
Yeah, she wants us to, she likes dust on the bottle. Her favorite shit is that, fishing in the dark. That
We
type.
didn't play Dust on the Bottle last night, did we?
I didn't get to go. Just sweeter with time.
We could play more of that. People love it. This is
Okay, so I can swear that this footage of us driving up is boring. I don't really think it's that interesting, but I documented it because it's the first time I got to do a road trip with the band and talk to Wyatt all the way up there and hang out and stuff. So, but hey, I was reminded by some watchers or listeners or whatever people do to this video log that this stuff is interesting and you guys like to see it. So here it is.
the world's largest Culvers.
Holy shit, that is a big Culver's. And look at there. People hanging out, boating and stuff. Wisconsin's awesome.
It's way cooler.
They got pickup trucks. Gonna say
Isn't that
shit.
awesome?
Oh, that is pretty.
I'm kidding. I'm a happy
So what am I looking at right there? What lake?
I don't know. Like Wanna Jabba.
Wanna Jabba Jabba. All right, man, Madison.
All right, so we're pulling up to Madison now, and I'm about to be shocked by what Madison looks like. So here we go.
Lake Monona.
Lake Monona. That's where we were. Thank goodness for
Rollerblading and
GPS.
shit.
It's like the beginning of Full House.
Everywhere you look, everywhere you go, you gotta smile. There's a home to. Now he's rollerblading the other way.
Wait, he knows we're making fun of him. He wants to be on your vlog.
Yeah, you're famous, fives of people have seen you now.
You got cowboy butt.
Look, they're like, I got my custom white bike. Oh, he just fell down.
All right, I think he actually sat down. But anyway, that's some of the stuff I like to do when I'm putting these together is, edit things so that they're a little more interesting. But right now we're pulling in the Madison. We got to be at the bar to set up. We have to, I think showtime is at 6 o'clock. We had 2 shows to do. We had a benefit at 6 that we were going to play 6 to 8. And then we were supposed to finish the night, take like 2 hours off, come back at 10:30 and play until 1:30. So we had to get there a little early. So here we go. A little more of showing up to Madison here.
I caught that shit.
He fell down like Samonized dog, like he's down with life. I wonder what hotel we're at.
Man.
Jerry will have all that information.
So it's kind of like an Iowa City type.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And like the next time we play up here is in October. We play right after the Iowa-Wisconsin football game.
Oh,
It'll
good.
be a
We'll
shit
already
show.
be Drunked up by then.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a shit show.
Nick.
You know, Chris Farley's buried in Madison. We're gonna find him.
Really?
Yeah.
Brian, that looks like Greta Van Fleet.
It might be Greta Van Fleet.
Where?
Right there. Them kids on the corner, man.
The one in the little purple hat.
And why even wear a
Of course
stocking
not.
cap?
It's not even on his head.
It's not even on your head and it's hot out.
We
You're wearing
totally-
shorts and a stocking cap.
We're so old, aren't we?
And why does that dude have a beard? He's not big enough to have a beard. He's like 14.
All right, so you have to make fun of people, especially when you're old like me. You have to make fun of the young people. I don't understand the fashion with putting a stocking cap on. It was like 80-something degrees that day, and he had a stocking cap just sitting on his head, just up here, like it just plop, not pulled down to keep your ears warm or anything, just sitting on his head. I don't get it. Here we go.
What's going on in Madison? What are they drinking here?
Try to make myself not feel bad.
All right, here's the
Whiskey
bar.
Jack Saloon. Check this out, y'all.
I pulled someone over, I feel like it's fine. Like you said.
Howdy. It's like houses down here and stuff.
Okay, so here is a panorama of the bar from the stage. Pretty cool looking. Okay, so one of my favorite things to do when I get to a venue is to walk the stage and get comfortable with it. I think most band members know what I'm talking about. You get there, you don't want to just, your first time to be on the stage, to be just plugging in your stuff and then go. You know, I like to walk the stage, get a feel for it, and just kind of feel at home up there. So that's what I'm doing, pacing around the stage while everybody's setting up.
Hey, Bobby, what do you think of that shit?
We're the top of the fucking world, ain't we?
Okay, so you're going to see a lot of this guy. That's our drummer, Bobby Boyd, okay? He was in Lynn Allen, a local band, big local band in the area here, in like 1983. He was their drummer. I mean, this guy has been on the scene forever, okay? And so what I was talking to him about right there was we just did sound check, right? And we have the in-ears, and it sounded really good, and we're excited, and that's what I was asking him about. What do you think of that, Bobby? And this is how he replied. And I just love, okay, his voice, that voice you hear, it cracks us up every time because this dude is hilarious. You're going to be seeing a lot of him on my vlogs because he is the star. Let's watch that again. That was pretty funny. I just want to see this thing. Let me move it back a little bit. Just the way he talks is so great. Watch.
Hey, Bobby, what do you think of that shit?
We're the top of the fucking world, ain't we? I ain't got my wife here to tell me to calm down either. That's the best fucking part. No shoving.
I love it.
So if you can't tell by now, I'm having a ball playing in this band. The dudes are awesome. Bobby's hilarious. No drama. Nobody's arguing about anything. I think they talked a little crap about me on the way up, though, because Jerry and Penny and Bobby and Roger rode in a different car. And they might have talked a little crap about how I don't ever look at Bobby and tell him when to stop songs or whatever. But it's just because, I don't know. I've always assumed that drummers just feel it. And it's like, yeah, he's wanking too long. I'm going to end the song. Anyway, but Bobby wants me to look at him when I want to stop solos. And, you know, we talked about it. I don't want to do solos forever. I don't need 16 bars of it at the end of songs. I don't need my little day in the sun all the time. I'll take 8 bars maybe and then get on with the night. So here is the shot list at this bar. I thought they were pretty hilarious. Take a look here. All right. Okay, bend me over. Barney on acid. What's going on here? I think I had the banana split. It tasted like Pepto-Bismol.
I hate it.
Okay. That's Penny talking to me in the background. She doesn't know I'm videoing, so.
Okay, well, I'm just like, sometimes I just don't want... oh, yeah. Oh, you're fine. I won't use the audio.
I won't use the audio. Yeah, so when I whip my phone out and I'm doing these vlogs, you know, in the moment, it looks funny, and people are looking at me like, what are you doing? But, hey, I want to capture this stuff so I can show it to everybody, and I can look back on it, you know, in the future and remember how it went. But now we're heading over across the street to this burger joint. I think they're called Brats or something. And, man, this place was delicious. Had a good time there, too. Wow.
So you probably don't want to wear an Iowa Hawkeyes hat here?
Hello, guys.
How you doing? Smells good in here.
All right, so that's a picture of, I think, my burger. The pictures didn't show any, and that's Danelle. She got like a chicken thing with avocado. I don't know. It was delicious. I tell you what. Okay, now this sign right here, somebody tried to tell me, all right, you tell me what you think. That was behind the bar, and I noticed that, and I was asking, what the hell does that mean? I don't get it, right? And so it took me a while. I was trying to figure it out, and then I Googled it. Actually, I put it on Facebook right about that time, and I realized that nobody on Facebook gave a crap about that post. I was asking, what does this mean? Nobody knew. Nobody said anything. But on the way out, I asked somebody, I said, what in the hell does that mean? So here's what that sign means. And it's a trick because they got me. It says, that means that if I tell you what it means, will you give me a tip? And so they got me. All right. So I'm an idiot. Anyway, that's what that was right there. And the mascot outside, very cool. Everybody was stopping to take pictures with that. Now we're going to walk to the hotel and get our stuff unpacked.
If we're not here,
Ooh, I smell that weed.
Exactly.
All right, so there was a lot of that. That was the sad thing about Madison, was there was a lot of homeless people. Just right in the mix of all the college kids and everybody walking around, going to their pubs and drinking and whatever they're doing. There's homeless people, just, you know, their beds made on the side there. And it was really kind of sad, you know. Why can't they maybe get at least a spot for them people to be in? I don't know. It's not that hot or cold yet, but I wonder what they did in the winter, you know. I don't know. That always makes me sad when I see that. I didn't want to just kind of overlook that. But anyway, moving on here. What are these girls wearing?
They graduated.
Oh, cool. Man, all right.
That's exciting. That's a party in itself.
It will be tonight. That's what he was saying.
Holy shit, this place is cool. I feel like a fucking grandpa, but...
Insomnia cookies. What is that?
What do you think, Bobby?
Oh yeah, pretty crazy, huh?
It's wild.
Like a lot of people, man.
Roger don't like being on camera, I don't think. He's like... I don't think. All right, so we were heading to the hotel, and Bobby, right after he said, we're on top of the world at the bar or whatever, and I was done filming, I shut the camera off, and the next thing out of his mouth was, is there a liquor store in this town? Something like that. So we headed down the street there and found a liquor store so that Bobby can get a bottle of something. He gets like a little glass bottle of Jaeger or something. Not Jaeger. What did he get? Goldschlager. Something. It's something clear. It's not vodka. Anyway, gets that, puts it in his pocket just so he can. And he doesn't even drink the whole thing. I mean, since I've played in the band, he's taken sips of it. That's about it. Anyway, at least I don't think he drinks the whole thing. I'm not there when he does. So anyway, we stopped at this place to grab some Bobby juice.
Bob, put a sign out.
Should I just get my own stuff here? Leave my purse?
What do we got here? We got rock and roll drummer Bobby Boyd backstage at the hotel, and the light show god guru Roger.
He doesn't like being filmed.
Yeah, I can tell.
Yeah.
Roger hates being filmed. You can see it in his face. He's like, put that thing away. Roger's a good dude, man. He's been around forever. I remember I met him at the Yankee Clipper when I was new. I was probably like 16 or something. And he was scary to me then. And he's still kind of scary to me now. But he's Roger, man. And he's authentic. And if you're in with him and you're friends with him, he's loyal to you. And it's just, that's what Roger is. He's loyal. And if you're outside of his circle, then you don't want to know him. That's how that works. Anyway, here we go. Yeah, what room? You know where they're at?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah, they're like right next to each other.
Movie star. This lighting is weird. We all look fucking weird in here.
Really?
Roger looks weird.
I look tired.
You look really weird. Everybody's.
What's that?
That lighting is weird in there. This ain't no Motel 6.
I don't know. Ryan said to give these two to you guys, but we gotta move all of our stuff to the next one.
Okay, so he said he put all of our bags and stuff in one room.
Just drop it all in.
Smells good. Cool. What, about an hour and something till showtime?
Refrigerator. Did you guys find it?
Whiskey.
Come on, somebody try this fucking thing. Just a sip.
Come on, I'll see Raj do it.
What do you mean?
Roger?
You can't put it on your lips?
I can't do it, no. Bob, just a...
Real quick here. We got our hotel rooms. They're adjoining. So we're right next door to Bobby and Roger, who are sharing a room. And my wife brought these liquors that were just horrible. This one tasted like it was gasoline mixed with jet fuel or something. It was horrible. We're trying to get Bobby to drink it. Now, so Bobby got to the hotel and he had planned on taking a nap, but we were running a little behind after sound check and all that stuff. He ended up doing it anyway. So you see him laying there with the pillow. He ends up kind of trying to doze off, but we keep bothering him, trying to get him to drink these alcohols or whatever. And I tried a little bit of it, and it was disgusting. I almost spit it back out. Nobody liked it. Wyatt didn't like it. Nobody would drink it. So we were trying to get Bobby to drink this thing. He wouldn't do it. And then here comes Roger, and this is what happened then.
Look at this.
Don't slam it. Just take
it. I mean, it'll take your breath away.
I'm already, dude. I'm tired as fuck.
Oh, come on, man. Come on. Come on.
Not bad.
He's seen it.
He's going to go to the bathroom.
Look, he's talking shit.
He took a chug of it and was like, ain't that bad. That's some. Roger can have that one.
By the way, where you guys get that?
My wife brought it.
Everyone's community, all right?
You're not on there, Roger.
Roger hates it. All right, so these are some of the best times, right? I mean, the gig is the gig, and I know I'm doing gig logs, but this is more of a travel log. That's what I wanted to get to, is eventually when we get really going, because I have a couple weeks off here, and then after that, it's nonstop. 2 nights a week, 3 nights sometimes, and there's going to be a lot of traveling. There's a lot of fun to be had. It's going to be less about the gig and more about these characters that I'm traveling with, and I hope you guys are enjoying this stuff. I don't know, maybe this is stupid. Maybe I'll, laugh at myself later on and think, why did I ever do anything like this? And people are probably like, what's Brian thinking he's doing here? What he thinks this is interesting. But hey, I don't know. I think it's interesting. I know that's going to be interesting when I go to look back at these. And I'm 65 years old or 70 years old thinking, how did that go? And I'll watch these and I will smoke a big fat joint and get a 12-pack of beer and sit back and watch all of these and relive whatever this is. And I'm trying to pump the brakes and enjoy this. And I think that's why I'm doing these things, is so that I can really kind of savor it. It's like them bites of steak, you're paying the price for it. You might as well chew on it and really, really savor it. And that's what I'm doing here. And I want you guys to taste it too. So I guess that's what I'm doing. Sharing is caring, I guess. Here we go. We're leaving the hotel here, heading back to the venue. Got my cowboy boots on now, which are killing my feet, by the way. Here we go.
All right, so if we go left, let's go this way. Let's go this way.
That's not the way we came.
I know it's better this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can think.
It's awesome. And so right down the street here, there's a little shop you can get stoned in down there and just smoke a bunch of weed. The hemp store. Cool thing.
Okay, so a lot of people have asked, like, how are you getting along with Wyatt? I heard that he's hard to get along with. I don't know where anybody comes up with any of this. Maybe it's because I'm new to the band. Maybe I haven't really, I don't know. I'm just going to say it like this. Wyatt's cool as shit to me, and I think he's fun to be around, and I think that this just kind of goes to show that, maybe certain people get a certain Wyatt and certain other people get a different Wyatt. I don't know. But I get along with the dude, so there's nothing not to like about the guy. Yeah, we're having a good time. That's what I'm saying. We're having a good time. Oh, and of course I had to film the bathroom here, so.
Look at that. I can see my back. It's cool, man. This bathroom, though, nasty, right? Anyway, Wisconsin, that's what I'm saying. fun town, dude. It's getting wild out here now.
Okay, so what you were looking at right there, let me go double screen with this thing. So I'm showing the laptop that, so that's the laptop right there with our light show in it. That's what Roger has set up, and he changes light scenes with that thing. He brings, I guess they're called Sharpies. I don't know much about lighting, but they're these moving, articulating lights that shoot beams everywhere, and it looks really cool, and that's pro stuff. And it looks really neat when the stage is smoky and stuff. Anyway, that's how he runs it, is that right there. That's what you're looking at. Them are all scenes. I don't understand it. You'd have to ask Roger how all that works, but that's what you're looking at right there. And if I ask Bobby how he's doing, he's going to flex. Watch. Okay. Now, all right, so we're about to start the gig here at the Whiskey Jacks, okay? And this place is full of college girls, okay? There's no other way to say it. My wife is hating this place. She's having a good time, and she's being cool, but there's nothing but 21, 22-year-old girls in this place. And it was wild, okay? And apparently Wyatt said that this was kind of a slow night for that place. It's going to get even wilder next time we're there. But I noticed, aside from there being a whole bunch of girls and stuff, whatever, I noticed that everybody wanted to sing the songs. No matter what we were doing, they wanted to enjoy themselves. They were having a great time dancing and singing the songs back to us. You'll see right here, it was a super good time. So I'm gonna let this play. There's a lot of shredding in these clips. Okay, I blended a few shots from Penny, Jerry's wife Penny, who was filming off to the side in the VIP area there, and mixed them together with what I caught from behind the drums. I love to do these shots that are from behind the drums like this. I think they look cool. So I'm just gonna let this rip right here and do a little showing off. Like, again, what I'm hearing in my ears is not what is out front here. I thought I sucked, but apparently I was hitting some pretty cool shred runs here. But let's see. All right, if I know that somebody's filming me that knows me, I'm going to do my best Paul Stanley points. That's what I'm doing right there. Pointing at the camera like Paul Stanley. All right, hold on. I gotta stop this for a second. You saw right there. I don't know. These things are hard to cue back, but right about here. Well, first of all, this little edit that I did with Jerry and I standing up here in the front. There's 2/3 of drop hammer right there. Not that matters to hardly any of you, but matters to me. And it's really fun to be on stage with Jerry Smith again. I love that man, and it's an honor. He is a true rocker. I don't care what anybody says, but that man always brings a smile to my face, and it's a pleasure to be on stage with him. But you'll see here in a second when I press play here that one of these girls off to the left there, they keep trying to get my set list, right? So they keep trying to like pick it up and read all the songs that we do. And I was getting tired of it. So every time they went over there to grab it, I just put my boot over the top of it. And that's what you're seeing here. You'll see me throw my foot over there and cover the set list so they can quit looking at it. Right here. Get off of there. See her back up? Yeah. Wait a minute, that's Hey Jealousy, and I'm ripping speed scales. Here we go. I don't get it. Okay, so this is a nice spot to kind of break it up here. I think I just wanted to show that even clubs in Madison, when you have a band, you know, a lot of band members, they know that when they play a club that they take breaks or whatever, that the break music is 10 times as loud as the band and everybody dances during the break. And then when the band comes, it's like we're break music. It's almost like the bands are break music. They're not, though. That place, it was just as packed during the sets. I don't know. There's some more people dancing during the breaks, but not very many. They still had a good time. Anyway, that footage at the end there, that was what happens after the band is done and the DJ's playing some stuff in between. We took a break, and that was in between sets, but still, wild town. So fun. And here we are, and it's the next day now. I think I got 2 or 3 hours of sleep, and this is what we did the next day. The wife and I got up, got dressed, and started walking around Madison Sunday morning to see what was happening. So that's what you're going to see here. And by the way, you're going to notice that I mentioned maybe that there's a lot of, I've already said it during this vlog, but there's a ton of girls in Madison. That's one thing that we noticed, you know, my wife and I, the whole band, everybody, we noticed there's a lot of girls in Madison and not a whole lot of men. Now, and I'm not to say that there's not boys. There's not very many men, okay? And I'm just going to leave it at that. But this is what we did the next morning. So this is, you'll notice lots of them, lots of women.
That was rough. Rough night. A lot of partying, but waiting for the elevator.
So where in the hell was the truck?
I don't know. I need to find a cheese place.
Yeah, we gotta get some cheese.
No. Is that what that is about?
Yeah, moving up, man. All right, so where are we going now?
I don't.
Slow panoramic. I should go slower.
Look at that tiny little spider on my phone.
Where?
Right here.
Oh, okay, yeah, there's a little buddy. Holy shit. There's like a herd of them. The DoubleTree is over here somewhere.
Where?
We gotta cross the street. Remember we crossed this street?
Oh, we followed that girl.
Yeah.
Right?
We jaywalked across this shit. Man, that's a long run from here to there, and them cars ain't even touching the brakes.
Okay. All right, so I'll stop it there for a second. When I say that cars ain't touching the brakes, I'm not kidding. When we were walking from one point to the other, if you get out in the street, they don't slow down. The cops don't even slow down. They'll run you over, and then they'll give you a ticket for getting in front of a car. I don't know what it is. I don't know the rules in Madison, but don't go in the streets. Just stay the hell on the sidewalks until you've got a good gap between cars, because they'll come out of nowhere around corners, and it's just dangerous. Okay, I'm surprised that there's not a whole bunch of just outlines of dead bodies in the streets, because them cars do not get out of the way for you. You're screwed if you get out in the street. Okay, so let's continue here. This is us walking around the next day, hanging out, having a good time. So I'm glad that I got to go do this with my wife. Every once in a while, she gets to go on one of these travel gigs with me, and I got to be honest, I think I'd be pretty bored if she wasn't there. I'd be sitting in the hotel room, twiddling my thumbs. So,
man, that's a long way to cross the street that fast. I guarantee that guy's staring at your butt behind us. Because you have a nice one.
In all honesty, I'd have to say that, my wife was really worried about going to these places and because of the girls. And you heard me just say something about the guys staring at my wife's butt or whatever. And I know that that's tacky and whatever. That's how I talk to my wife sometimes. And I guarantee that the guys were checking her out. And as a matter of fact, I know they were, because we just went somewhere that was probably my wife's worst nightmare. 20-something-year-old girls at a club in a college town dancing to country music. Shake it for me, country girl, whatever. My wife, okay, so that was a bar full of, I don't know, maybe Teslas. You'll hear me make comparisons to cars with women. But my wife was a Maserati, and you can tell that she stood out, okay? And the guys in there were overlooking a lot of these college girls and checking out my wife. And I don't want to speak for Wyatt's girl, because that was happening to her too. And anyway, we didn't bring Pintos to the street race. That being said, let's move forward.
They're already partying, man.
That was my great grandma's beer.
Hams. How's that fucking stolen donut?
All right, here is my favorite spot in the whole vlog right here, and we're just about done. But this is my favorite spot because this is hilarious. And like I say, you're going to get to know the characters in these vlogs because they are characters, all right? So this is us getting the trailer ready after we left the hotel, getting ready for our trip home. Actually, we're going to stop at Culver's and have lunch or whatever on the way home, breakfast, whatever you want to call it. But I came down to the lobby at 8 o'clock in the morning looking for coffee, right, at the DoubleTree. And I walk into the cafeteria area, and I see that they have a buffet there, scrambled eggs. It's nice. I'm thinking, wow, these guys really put it on for the breakfast. And then a waitress came up to me and she said, yeah, breakfast is $15 a person, all you can eat. And unless you want just whatever, coffee, we can get that a la carte. But it's $15 per person, all you can eat. And I said, oh, okay. I went back up to the room, got my wife, came out and just went somewhere else to get coffee, right? And then, so we're loading the trailer here. And this is what I love about being in a band with these guys. They're so funny because Roger doesn't pay attention to signs. He sees food, he grabs it. This is what happened here. He grabbed, okay, they had the thing full of donuts, and he grabs like a chocolate one, and they're super nice donuts. So you can tell they're not meant to be free, right? Because you get a free breakfast at a hotel, they're like stupid Hostess donuts or something. These were gourmet Hertz donuts or something in this case. And he walks down the hall as we're leaving the hotel, and the next thing I see is he's carrying 2 donuts, and he hands one to Bobby, and he has one. And I'm thinking, I said, hey, Roger, them things ain't free. He's like, what are you talking about? Right. So this is what happened. We get to the trailer, and I'm asking Bob what he thinks of his $15 donut that they stole. So that's my favorite part in the vlog right here. This is the star of the show. Check this out.
How's that fucking stolen donut?
$15 good.
Roger just walked in there and grabbed him.
I'm a thief. Look at my hair.
Didn't even see the sign. It was like $15, you riffraffs.
I didn't know. Ron said they were goddamn complimentary. I could give me one, man.
Not the DoubleTree. Not the DoubleTree.
That's funny.
Okay, so that's what happened. Okay. Bobby's hilarious. That voice, I don't know how many packs of cigarettes that boy must have smoked. I don't know how you get a voice like that. We talked to him, and he said it's from watching. The phrasing he uses or the vernacular he uses is from 1920 or 1930s gangster movies. Okay? He just says the funniest stuff. And I love being around him, and we laugh hard a lot. Our guts ache. And he's just trying to talk. It's just hilarious, this guy. But anyway, so much fun. I'm going to let this play out. I think there's maybe 30 seconds left of the video here, but I'll let it play out, and this is all we had.
Candy. I'm ready for lunch.
My liver is like struggling.
All right. There we go. Good times. Good times. So, again, that was the vlog for this past weekend, episode 7. It's starting to get hot now. It's starting to get heated. We're starting to get into a flow now. That was 2 shows, a lot to talk about for each show. I'm sure I missed some stuff, but I plan on going live every Thursday on Facebook. If I pay for this damn subscription for this StreamYard thing, I can make it 1080p instead of blurry like this. And I also can I can send it to more places like YouTube, Facebook. I can do it at a bunch of places at once, and I can have a lot of people as guests. I mean, if you want to be a guest on my live show on Thursdays, just let me know. I mean, I'm thinking about having people on for a little bit, and we can chat about things. I think this is fun to do, and thank you for being a part of it. Thanks for the clicks, man. I'm not going to get famous doing this. I know I'm not worried about that. I'm just trying to have a good time. So if you're making fun of me, if you're here to make fun of me or hate on Brian Miner, then, have fun doing that. I don't really care, but I'm having the time of my life. And, hey, sometimes living well is the best revenge. So give them hell. Thanks for watching Brian Miner Gig Log, episode 7. Peace.
I was standing right here when you decided that you wanted out. And, well, I think it's great you believe your own reality. Oh, well, look at my face when I say the words I'm about to say. Oh, you're so lucky I loved you. You're so lucky that you made it so far. So lucky I loved you, because I never really liked you at all.